Sahana bhavatu, sahano bhunaktu, abhidyam karavavai, tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurureva Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chamuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadguru Brahma Vidvaram. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om. See, if you ask anyone here, what is this? All of them will say, it's a table lamp. Nobody will say, it is a radio. There. And supposing you ask about somebody, who is he? Somebody will say, right? He is a businessman. He is morally. He is a good man, in spite of several things. Right? என்னென்னமோ சொல்லுவா. ஒருத்தர் சொன்னதே ஒருத்தர் சொல்லுவாரா? அவங்க வீட்டிலேயே சொல்லுவாங்களா? சொல்லுங்க. சொல்ல மாட்டார். ஃபுட்டு அந்த மாதிரி பண்றது எனக்கு பிடிக்கிறது, இவருக்கு பிடிக்கல. இப்போ ஃபுட்டுல ப்ராப்ளமா? ஃபுட்டுல ப்ராப்ளமா? There are some religions where they call it persecution or something like that. They take pain on themselves. Right? So, pain they enjoy. And there are some, very strange cases. When COVID came, French health minister, very first 2 weeks, health minister French, he committed suicide. Several people jumped COVID path. So, the world that we see is all your perceptions. Everything is your perception. Right? If there is perception, there has to be something on which you perceive. There is something and you perceive it to be different. So these different perceptions are on something which is the vastu, with the actual subject. That doesn't change. That doesn't change. And if all perceptions is this world, we belong to the world. Our problems belong to the world. Creation belongs to the world. World itself is a perception. So your problems, your pain, all belongs to the mind. Because perception is mind. Perception is mind. Right? So all religion topic is only know the mind, manage the mind, transcend the mind. Know what is the mind and try to manage it till you transcend. Because till you transcend, you have to manage it. Otherwise, it won't allow you. So religion is mind management. Gurudev said it in a simple way. All of us have 4 dimensions. The body, the mind, the intellect, and the spirit. Spirit is common. You don't do anything. You cannot do anything. Body is inert matter. That is again common. Body is inert matter, common. Spirit, you cannot do anything with that. So, if at all there is something where you can do, that which creates commons, Sanskrit common, mind. So, integration of the mind and intellect is all religion. Integration of the mind, intellect is all religion. What is a tragedy here? All people, because they have heard it somewhere or other, through religion, yoga, you can control the mind. Somebody asked me when I'm in your house, are you a yoga teacher? For them, spirituality, religion means yoga. Yoga is good, but that's a means. Yoga is good, that's a means. Money is necessary, it's a means. Family, it's a mistake where you cannot come back. Right? So these are all means. Why do you say they are all means? Because none of them have solved your problem. None of them have solved it. If it gives me happiness, complete happiness, now she gave me something. Yes, my ID, nuts. Right? I should be happy. Dinner. Because I am satisfied. I am satisfied. So yes, at that time, a relief. Okay, what is wrong? At that time, a relief. Because I like nuts, I ate 10 cashew nuts for this age, cholesterol. Right? This is the world. So what are you going to do? See, please, many of you may hate, this man is every class doing this, not taking the text. You can see my attendance drop to half. I do not mind. I do not want. I want only one who will live what I am telling. Because you don't have people to tell you, I know what I am talking, it works. Because all the great masters of Vedanta are humble. Humble. They don't say, I know it works, but I am telling you it works. You call me arrogant, I don't care. I know it works. And if that works, nothing else works, what is your priority? Not Vedanta also, not God also. Vedanta alone, God alone, everything is a means for that. It is not Vedanta also, God also. A lot of people, Vedanta, spirituality means yoga, asana, pranayama. Right? It's the lower level. At the cost of my becoming unpopular, I will expand all these topics, talk to my heart content, because they are necessary. Yoga, pranayama, and various things. They think it is religion. Okay. I am not like that. I believe in studies. I believe in studies. What are you studying now? Brahma Sutra. From when? Last 3 years. Why you need Brahma Sutra? No, there are 5 these things. Parimala, right? Ratna Prabha. These are all great saints. All Brahma Sutra, this thing, they call it Maya, but only ladies' names. Right? வேணும்தான் பிரம்மசூத்திரம். வேண்டாம் நான் சொல்லலை, படிக்க வேணாம்னு சொல்லலை. இன்னும் என்னென்னமோ இருக்கு, நீங்கெல்லாம் கேள்வியே பட்டிருக்க மாட்டீங்க. சித்தி கிரந்தாஸ், நைஷ்கர்ம சித்தி, அதுக்கப்புறம் இது மறந்து போச்சு, நிறைய இருக்கு.
சாம்பார் உண்டு, சாம்பார்.
So endless books are there. Advaita Siddhi, அப்புறம் ஏதோ பிரகாஷ கிரந்தாஸ், என்னென்னமோ இருக்கு. ரைட்? இதெல்லாம் படிச்சுக்கிட்டு இருக்கேன். எனக்கு சிட்டி இருக்காரு. நீ மியூட் பண்ணிடுமா? ரைட். ஸோ சிட்டியில் ஒருத்தர் இருக்கார், பெரிய ஸ்காலர். அவர்கிட்ட இதெல்லாம் 32 வருஷமா படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கேன். உன்னை பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு 32 வருஷமா படிக்கணும். இட்ஸ் ஜஸ்ட் ரிவீலிங் யூ டு யுவர் செல்ஃப் டு யூ. வேற ஒண்ணுமே இல்லை. யூ காட் சம் கன்ஃபியூஷன் அபவுட் யுவர் ஐடென்டிட்டி. இட் இஸ் டெல்லிங் வாட் யூ திங்க் இஸ் நாட் யூ. வாங்க. Unreliable. Okay. Company. உன்னை பத்தி தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டு இவ்வளவு வேணுமா? ஒரு நாளைக்கு யாராவது, you bring one new person, I will tell him Vedanta in 5 minutes. Let him say I don't understand. உங்க குக்கு கூப்பிடுங்க. நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் கிளாஸ் உங்க குக்கு கூப்பிடுங்க. அவ்வளவுதான் மேட்டர். அவ்வளவுதான் மேட்டர். இதுதான் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். உனக்கு இதுக்கு டைம் இல்லை, மற்றதுக்கெல்லாம் டைம் இருக்கு. மற்றதுக்கெல்லாம் டைம் இருக்கு. மற்றதெல்லாம் நான் சொன்ன செகண்டரி. இதுலயே டைம் வேஸ்ட். 12 டீச்சர், 13 டீச்சரு வேணாம் நான் சொல்லல. Go there to enjoy. It's all beautiful. But get what you want to get in 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes. Get it. After that, enjoy. Right? So therefore, this thing, when I say it is all mind, it's not a fashion that you listen. I will give you a formula also. Gurudev says, God plus mind is man. Therefore, man minus mind is God. Right? Just to hear and repeat, you have to understand this whole thing is, if it is my mind, what are the implications of that sentence? What are the implications of its sentence? when I say my mind, I can detach it at least on 2 occasions. When I sleep, I have detached. In my class, I detach. Right? So therefore, everything belongs to the mind, including creation. I am not the mind. I have the mind. இருந்தாலும் பெயின் இருக்குல்ல, பெயின் ஏன் இருக்கு அவனுக்கு? Oh, Santoshama is there, sorry. Why are you having pain? Because you have nothing else to do better. If you have something greater and better to do, your pain becomes insignificant. Your pain becomes insignificant. Only when you have nothing else to do, your pain becomes really big. Right? Is this life meant to be like this? You are God. You are God. This applies to all my people. I am telling every Murali also. I am happy. I am happy. I got every year now 50 crore business. Right? Radhika brother, yesterday telling, our Pata ICF Radhika's brother, his turnover is 1,000 crores. All ரொம்ப simple. So now 1,000 crores and you must do in the next 3 years 5,000 crores. Nijuma, I'm telling you, you must do that. Don't be satisfied. Gurudev says, man is limited by his belief because he believes in the limited. You are not an ordinary person. You are God. You can do what you want, subject to certain small restrictions. Certain constraints will be there. Subject to that, all of us can go to the top and realize that we are God. And as God, play with the world. As God, play with the world. Are you doing that? Who is doing that? Excepting some rare people with 14 people, they go all around. Right? Huh? God has never made this world to suffer. God has never made this world to suffer. Under all situations, you must ask me, don't you suffer? Yes. Because I suffered, that doesn't become the truth. I lack in surrender. What is surrender? I said everything is mine, give up the mind. I am not able to do that. Because I am not able to do, truth doesn't change. Right? Having got this life, everything beautiful. Do you compromise? Bore அடிக்குது, போய் அங்க போயிட்டு காஃபி சாப்பிட்டு வரலாம். ஆஃப்டர் 10 minutes போர் அடிக்கிறது, அங்க போயிட்டு ஐஸ்கிரீம் சாப்பிட்டு வரலாம். போர் அடிக்குது, அங்க போயிட்டு மால், we go to the mall and come. We go to the mall and come. The mall that you have on hand is given to somebody else and take some other mall from there. Right? Right? Is this life? These are only you are trying to find remedies. Headache, take a tablet. Fever, Dolo 650. Right? That's not life. Escapism. So what? I am purposefully dragging and going into detail because you do not do the thinking. If you do the thinking, I need not do all this. 1,000th time I am telling, 1,000th time I am repeating. Because you do not do. How do you know you are not doing? If you have done the thinking, your participation in the class will be different. That's how I know. If you have done the thinking, your participation in the class will be different. Right? is nothing beyond it. You are God and living the life of a dog. And it is as simple as that. God has demonstrated every day to you. You can detach from the mind and experience great joy. While waking, detach from that naughty mind. Use that as your slave. Now it is using you as your slave. Use that as your slave. Now it is using you as your slave. Right? This is all religion. Religion is integration of the mind and intellect. Use it to turn the dissipated mind intellect, paranchikani, extrovert, to see its source. Pratyagatmanam, Aichan. Turn it towards the source. Right? And discover you are God. The whole world is in you. The entire world is in you. Why do you have to run to malls? The joy that the malls can give is in you. Right? Is in you. What are all we doing? Listen to all this as a passion. You do not believe I am talking what I know. This life is true. Spiritual life is true. Nothing can be bartered for that. Nothing can be bartered for that. I am telling everybody, you must go to the top. You will say, if I telephone, Chief Minister will come and arrest you. I will say, good. I want a new audience for taking Gita class in jail. I'll go and take. I get new people. Right? So what anybody will do to me? Is that the same thing now with us? Is that the same thing with us now? Is not what I said not workable? You have to see whether it is not workable or it is the same thing with us. No. After learning so much, after somebody assuring you this life is workable, real, if you still give it a secondary importance and you say you are not proceeding with the slokas, mantras, why do you need all the mantras? So, this transcendence of the mind is the subject matter of religion. And since everybody cannot do merely on listening and reflection and Nididhyasana, Sravana Manana and Nididhyasana, the compassionate masters have given everybody some plan. There only comes pranayama and all that. If you can't even do upasana, Ashwamedha and all that, do some asanas. You become little sensitive. Do pranayama. You become little more sensitive. So, nothing is rejected, but everything is only a means. Everything is only a means. I will master Shankara Bhashyas. After 5 years, I will, without book, I will recite all the Shankara. There are people doing in Rishikesh and this thing. They can completely recite the Bhashyas. They don't need a book. I will do that. Why you are wasting for that? Buy a tape recorder, very simple. Now you don't even need a tape recorder, your phone itself will do. Understand? So for such people, several disciplines have been said. One of them, closest to the goal, is Ashwamedha Yaga. Why was Ashwamedha Yaga taken? Because here itself, there are several Prajapatis. He has taken 5 or 6. Ashwamedha, Prana, Agni, food, Purusha Vidhi, sun he has taken. Out of that, why all importance given to Ashwamedha? Why is that the first? Right? Now I tell you, the Yajna and Yaga is meant to sacrifice. Can you understand what is sacrificing fire? Can you understand what is sacrificing prana? Can you understand what is sacrificing yourself? You can understand what is sacrificing horse. Because that's common. And in those days, it is popular. Therefore, they have taken the Ashwamedha. And the first chapter, Ashwamedha, the two mantras, are giving description of Prajapati. How it works, what he does, is not dealt there. So in the 1-2, the process of creation has been explained. The process of creation has been explained, and it is said that Prajapati is death. Prajapati is death. Prajapati is hunger. Is that all I am going to struggle to reach there? Good if you have understood. Then come to Shravana Manana Nidhyasana. If you have understood, is that all I have to struggle? That's the purpose of their telling all this, for you to know their futility. If you have understood, good. If you have not understood, you have no other choice now. Now follow that. When you come to 2-7, you will understand how it works. Right? So, hunger, thirst. And why did they put so negatively? Is it negative? If you had no problem, are you going to seek God? Since you have problems, you are seeking God. That's what Kunti asks. Vipada santunaha. Let me get, and beautiful logic she completes. Let me get all the time sorrows. Why? When I have sorrows, I think deeply of you and you appear. When you appear, all causes of sorrow have gone. So beautifully explained. So without problems, there is no world. World survives because of agriculture. Hunger is the problem. Survives housing. Weather is the problem. Right? Health, doctors, accounting, auditors. Right? All world survives because of problems. And without death and without hunger, you are not going to seek God. So God himself comes in the form of death and hunger. Right? And comes and starts the process of creation. And then creation means can you create? There are 4 possibilities given in Mandukya. Creating from existence. Creating from non-existence. From existence, you need not create existence because it's already existing. From existence, you cannot create non-existence. From non-existence, it itself is non-existent. How will you create non-existence? Of course, there is no question. From non-existence, you can create existence. Therefore, no creation ever possible. Then what are all I am seeing? You explained to me your dream. You saw the dream. Does it mean it is real? Oh, that is dream. That is dream. This is different. You are telling from this state. You transcend this state, then you will say this is also dream. On waking up, you say that is just dream. Just go to the other dimension, you will say this is also dream. And I am telling you, at the cost of my being misunderstood as arrogant, you will feel, all of you, if you work, that this is just a dream. All of you will feel. But you have to have faith. None of you are having enough faith. I'm blunt. You have good faith, relatively good faith, but not enough. Not enough. Right? So, creation, he talks for what? Not to give you information about creation. To understand this all creation, it's only mind. Because when you want to create the mind, creation, first he said, let me have a mind. Let me have a mind. Because only with the creation, with the mind you can create. And then to create, you need some raw material. What is the raw material? Other than God, there is nothing. So only spinning. Thoughts. Mula Prakriti. Mula Prakriti. That's called waters. In other religions also, there is similarity here. Waters. Right? That's called waters. Mula Prakriti. And from that, they are interchangeable because they are the same, cause and effect. Fire comes, or from fire, water comes. Now, when he has said from fire, water comes, or from water, fire comes, since they come from another source, well, water comes from fire comes from air comes from Akasha. So therefore, it is understood that he has taken all the elements were there as creation, as tanmatras. Tanmatras means what? They were there in Bhagavan like plugs. Potentially, they are there in him. He can bring whatever he wants. He wanted to create. Create first thing, he needs space. So he brought out space from him. And that is nothing but him. Therefore, it's called Tanmatra. Tanmatra, he alone. And from space, you need movement, air. From that, you need energy, fire. From that, you need form, water and earth. You understand? All this what? Because if you form concepts and fight, no, Pranamaya Kosha is not subtle body, is not gross body. Mottame bluff. Right? Whole thing is nothing but Narayana. He himself wears different coats and appears different. Right? So he explains creation. And to create again, I will finish my bluff and then go to the verses. Right? To create again, this is hardware. Inside is software. Another thing, battery. Car, body, engine, petrol. எங்க போனாலும் முட்டாளுக்கு 3. எல்லாத்துலயும் 3 இருக்கு. ஆனா இந்த 3 4வது இல்லாம வேலை பண்ணுமா? A whole world, because it comes from sattva rajo tamo gunas, is trigunatmika. And the trigunatmika is maya, it's not there. And Maya has to have some locus. That is Narayana himself. His power is Maya. His power is Maya. To bring out things that are not there and appear as though they are there and do mono acting. You can't complain, God, why did you make me suffer? He himself is doing the mono acting. What is the question of making you suffer? No, my suffering is so much real. How do you say it's a play? In dream, you dream you have undergone 30 years of suffering. Do you ever, on waking up, discuss that? It's a time frame which is purely mental. Time frame also is mental. That is why Ashwamedha body is time. Samvatsara. Body of the Ashwamedha is Samvatsara. So, since you need three, material, Adi Bhautika, then something which energizes, Adi Daivika, then something essential you in that, because it's meant for you, Adhyatmika. He divides himself into three sections. So God now has become poor God, 1/6. Because first he came out as the Hiranyagarbha or Virat. Then again 3 times he has divided. Pavam, the God. It's not there. Just imagination. He wanted to create, and that desire he became Ishvara, then gathered all the Mola Prakriti, entered into it, became Hiranyagarbha, then got earth, became Virat, all he only. Became Virat. So, these 3 divisions also you need. Like I said, hardware, software, battery. So, Adi Daivika, Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika is split. Adhyatmika, prana, inside you. Adi Bhautika, the fire. Adi Daivika, sun. Adi Daivika, sun. He created. And then he thought, I am dead, I am hungry, I need to create something for me. So from this earth and water, he created Virat, and he wanted to devour it. Because hungry. He wanted to devour it. Last minute, some good sense came to him. If I devour this at one gulp, after that, what I have? So he didn't devour. And he started creating lot of multiplicity, various things. And when he does that, out of him only is bringing out forms. And they have been disconnected with him. So they have lost all the energy. It's just a corpse. And if it is just a corpse, how can I do anything with this? How can I sacrifice? It's not fit to be sacrificed. So he enters into it. And then it becomes fit for sacrifice. Aswamedha. Right? It becomes fit for sacrifice. And when he contemplates on that, he lets it loose. Nobody has commented on that. What is letting loose? On that, I didn't find any commentary. What is letting loose? Because that's contemplation. He has let his contemplation, dharana, go all over, everywhere. It's contemplation. Right? He let the horse go everywhere. Horse is his mind. Horse is the mind. So he allowed the mind to contemplate left and right. And then he suddenly strikes to him. His mind, this world, this mind, this world, where from they come? Contemplate. They're me only. They are me only. Me means self. This mind, this world, is me, the self. And when the mind, the me is the self, I who has divided myself into sun, fire and air, they are myself. So first it divided, then all the divisions have become one. This is called sacrificing to the self. Other sacrificers are sacrificing to gods. So in Ashwamedha, at the end, since all differences are sunk, this thing, so that which was invoked for sacrificing to all was sacrificed to himself. And still there are people who have not come to that level. Animals and the gods. This is the second chapter. Now I will do the verses. Na eva iha kinchana asit. Mrityuhu mrityuna eva idam avrutam asit. Ashanaya hi mrityuhu. Hunger and death are same. If you are hungry for 40 days, you will know they are same. Right? Tan mano akurata. He invoked his mind to appease his hunger to create. Atmanvi syamiti. Let me have a mind. So, Archan Acharat, he started worshipping himself, means invoking from himself, because he is the creator. Invoking from himself. Tasya Archata apo ajayata. When he is invoking, the waters, the Mula Prakritis have come. Right? You can live without food for some days. But after 2-3 days, that is why they are called waters of life. Right? Adanale apo ajayata archate vai me kam bhuditi. When I is invoking, water has come, which has given me happiness and peace. Therefore, it's called come. Right? Come means happiness. Why it is come is happiness? Because it's experienced come in all. Less. Right? Kam bhuditi. Tadeva kam asya kam syarkatvat. Kam hava asmai bhavati sa evam etad arkasya ekatvam veda. So one who knows this waters, he becomes that. Adu Palasruti ellathukum solittu vara. We don't have to worry about the Palasruti. Because he himself says, this karma will give you pala. So don't go for that. Karma plus upasana, meditation, at least you will have krama mukti. The Palasruti only, Bhagavatathila Alaga solra, Rochanaya, to create interest in you. Example Bhagavatathila. Just like in those days, Ayurveda, we all had it. Put a pill in the plantain and give you. Palasruti, that is the value. So we don't have to worry because it will come continuously, Palasruti. I don't have to struggle to explain to you. Of course, adhikkum or basic principle irukku. Whatever you know, that you become. So when he says, if you know this, you will become that. Whatever you know, In Upasana, that will become. In Upasana, whatever you know, that will become. Then, apova arkaha tad yada. I think I will take this book. Let us. இதுக்கப்புறம் பிருஹதாரண்யக யாருக்கும் எடுக்க மாட்டேன். पापो वा अर्कः तद यदपां शर आसीत् तत् samahanyata. The ladder of that water along with fire becomes the solid matter. Sa prithivya bhavati, that became the earth. Tasyam atham tasyam asram yat, he became tired. He became tired creating this. Yeah. Suddenly, when you create, you have the sense of doership and enjoyership. Right? You become tired. Right? Doership and enjoyership, you become tired. Because he is not come to the level of realization now. Right? So he becomes tired, number one. Number two, as things become grosser and grosser, you become tired. Grosser and grosser, you lose the energy. So now he has created the mud, Virat. Mud is Virat, right? And he becomes tired. In physical form, he won't have the same energy as in the Hiranyagarbha. Tasya Shrantasya Taptasya Tejoraso Nivartata Agnihi. From that, his energy all have left him because he was tired. Sa Tredha Atmanam Vikuruta. He divided himself into three. Adityam Trutiyam. Third one is Aditya. Vayu Trutiyam. Another third one is, see the different style of telling. You could have said 1, 2, 3. Adu moonu, Surya is 3. Vayu is 3. Third one, fire is third one. He could have said, this is 1, 2, 3. Why didn't he say? Are you more intelligent than him? Because all of them are equal. If you had said 1, 2, 3, then you will say sun is number 1. Right? So he doesn't say that. Sa eva pranaha tridha vihitaha. Tasya prachi diksharaha. His head is east. Asau cha imau. Beautiful ade. Adi commentary innadam puriyum. Asau cha. Head is this. Asau cha. Right hand is south. Left hand is, because this is Aditya. North. Asau cha. Right? Imau are the dishas. Sa esha pranaha treda adayadde. Then atasya pratichi dik prucham. His back is west. If this is east, back is west. And now asaucha sakyau. Asaucha. This and this. What is this and this? Is ribs, thigh ribs. They are the intermediary thing, northeast, southeast. Right? இது வந்து 4 திக்காயிடுது. இது இந்த ரிப்ஸ் வந்து அந்தர்திஷாஸ் they call it.
Northeast, southwest, northwest.
दक्षिणच उदीच पार्श्वे द्यौ पृष्ठम् अंतरिक्षमुदरम् Iyam uraha sa yesho apsu pratishchataha. This whole body is supported by waters. What is the waters? Moola Prakriti. What are the Moola Prakriti? Your vasanas. Individual vasanas, collective vasanas are called Moola Prakriti. Individual vasanas are called my vasanas. Right? Yatra Kwa cheti tadeva pratishta evam vidwan. Palasruti again. One who knows this, he gets a place to stay, support. So akamayata dvitiyo ma atma jayate. Let me have a, because he felt lonely. After he creates Virat, right? And Virat feels he's lonely. Naturally, when you get a form, you are lonely. Right? You are lonely. Sa manasa vacham midunam samavad ashanaya mrityuhu. He, with his mind and vacham, Vedas, with the help of the Vedas, vacham is Vedas, or Vedas also karma. Your previous karmas, with the mind and the previous karmas, samabhavad ashanaya mrityuhu. He created this ashanaya mrityuhu, death and hunger, mitunam, two, couple. Where from? Idu vandi Bhagavatathila rendu perum ஒன்னா வந்ததா கிரியேட் பண்ணது. They say in Bhagavatam. Here it is not so. Virat himself divides himself into two, man and women. Virat himself divides himself, man and women. Tad yadreta asit sa samvatsaro bhavat. The semen, that is the karma phalas. That is the karma phalas. That becomes the year. Yeah, whole time, he says year everywhere, because that is the time you take to deliver. 9 months and 9 days, they say, is when you start recognizing. They say the actual period is 1 year. Actual period is 1 year. So, adanada samvatsaram. Nah ha pura tataha samvatsara masa. Before that creation, there was no time. Samvatsara was not there. Tame tavantam kalam avivaha. He nurtured and nourished it till that 1 year. Yavat samvatsaraha tamet avataha kalasya parastad asrujata. After that, he started creation of this Virat, bringing it out. It was under waters. He started bringing it out, and tam jatam abhivyadadat. He started opening his mouth. Veliye vandu pirage. Is it not true with our babies? The moment they are born, if they don't cry, others start crying. Right? Sa jatam abhivyadadat. Sa bhan akarot. When he opened the mouth, the sound came, was called bhan. This is called Big Bang. Big Bang. And this is also a vada of creation called Spotavada. Spotavada sound. In Western, this thing also, logos. Logos, philosophy, creation ke, Spotavada ke logos. So there are several things there embedded, right? நமக்கு வேண்டாம், அது ஒரு எசன்ஸ் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டா போறோம். ரைட்? பட் இப்போ ஏன் வேணான்றதுக்கு எல்லாம் சொல்றீங்க? எது எது தெரிய வேண்டாமான்னு தெரிய வேண்டாமா? ச ஐட்சதா எதிவா எம் அபிமன்ஸ்யே, if I eat this, kanayos from karishya iti is a very little. It give out lunch or dinner. அப்புறம் நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்? ரைட்? ச தயா வாச்சா தேனாத்மநேதம் சர்வம் அஸ்ருஜத எதிதம் கிஞ்சா. He started creating all the multiplicity. ருச்சோ யஜூன்ஷி சாமானி சந்தான்சி यज्ञान प्रजाः पशून् स यद्यदेवा सृजत तत्तद् atturmadhriyata. Whatever he started creating, he started eating. What are you creating? Anything. This you created for what? For your consumption. Whatever you created, that's called consumer and the consumed. So everything created is eaten. Therefore, he is called Aditi. Aditi means one who eats, right? But she went off. She was here for 2 minutes. She couldn't stay beyond that. Sandhya went off, right? So she doesn't give Aditi anything to eat. Sarvam va attiti, because it eats everything. Tadati te aditehe aditvam. It becomes Aditi because it eats everything. Sarvasyaitasyatta bhavati. It eats everything and it becomes food for everything else. Consumer, consumed. Rendu onnuda. Right? மண்ணு நம்ம சாப்பிட்றதெல்லாம் மண்ணு தான். கடைசியில் எங்க போறோம்? மண்ணுக்கு தான் போறோம். வருது இதுல லேட்டர். That is the secret of nothing gets exhausted. Every recycling. In nature, everything is recycled. Everything is recycled. So it never gets exhausted. Sarvasyai tasyatta bhavati sarvam asya annam bhavati ya evam etad aditehe adititvam veda. Now, he has created all that. Now, saha akamayata bhuyasa yagnena bhuyo yajayati. That is, he has created this. Now he wants further things. Because in what he created, there was no laptops, there were no iPads. So he wants to create. So he has to do tapas, contemplation. Anytime you want to create, you have to contemplate tapas. 2, you have to leave that and go beyond. That's called sacrifice. Tapas and sacrifice. You understand? So, to create further, he wanted to do sacrifice again. Sacrifice for what? Leave the lower dimension, take the higher dimension. Saha ashramit. When he was doing, again he became tired. Sa tapo tapyata. He started contemplating. Tasya shrantasya taptasya yasho viryam udakramat. When he is tired, all his energy and all went out. Prana vai yasho viryam. The prana is the real yashaha, glory, and viryam, strength. Tat prane eshu utkranteshu shariram srita madhi adhriyata. So, when these things have gone, the essence, the energies, the heat, body swells. நம்ம பாடி கூட பார்க்கலையா நீங்க? இப்பெல்லாம் வந்திருக்கு மிஷின். அது இல்லைன்னா it swells. Once the energies have gone, the body swells. So it started swelling. Tasya sharira eva mana asit. But everything went out. His mind was on the body. Everything went out. His mind alone was in the body. Then what did he do? Saha akamayata medhyam ma idam syat atmanyanena syamiti tado ashvaha samabhavat yad ashvat tan medham abhuditi. Ashva means here swollen. That was swollen. Then he enters so that it becomes fit for sacrifice. Medhyam. Tadeva ashramedhasvam yeshahava ashramedam vedasa yenam yedam veda. One who knows this, the same thing again. If you know that, you become that. Tama anavarudhyaihi amanyata anavarudhyaihi, without restricting. He allowed it to go free, the mind. Contemplation, right? This is called dharana. This is called dharana. In meditation, there are two steps, dharana and dhyana. Sa samvatsarasya parastad atmana alabhata. After 1 year, he collected the wandering mind back to himself. Because by that time he realized, because 1 year it's wandering, and this is meditation, prana vichana, mano vichana. The simple meditations taught for people, watching your pranas and watching the mind. Watching the breathing, prana vichana it's called. Watching the mind, thoughts, right? So he saw that, and therefore he could clearly see it is his object. And he could see, this belongs to me, I am the self. I am the self. Sa samvatsarasya parasyad atmanaha alabhata pashun devatabhyaha Pratyaushad, right? Pratyaushad. The other, these things he offered it to the devatas. Tasmat sarva devatvam prochitam. Some of you chant, please. Other, age is telling on me. Prajapatyam alabhate. That is, all the gods in that house, they are sacrificed to the Prajapati, because all of them are himself. Yeshahava ashramedhu ya yesha tapati tasya samvatsara atma ayam agnirya arkaha tasya ime loka atmanaha tau yetau arkasva medhau. All these have become again his own self. That is, that he divided into 3. All the 3 became Mrityu, and Mrityu became the self. All the 3 became the Mrityu, and Mrityu became the self. And therefore, everything is immortalized. Right? Careful pronounce panunga. So, punar ekena devata bhavati. Again, the Tridha, ekena devata bhavati became one devata. Mrityureva. They become the Hiranyagarbha. And he became the self. Ata punaha mrityum jayati. Saha. All these devatas become the mrityu. And that mrityum jayati. He goes beyond the death. Na enam mrityum apnoti. The one who knows this will not be subject to death because he is the self. Mrityuhu asya atma bhavati. Why? Because for mrityu, this self is the essence. Mrityu becomes the self. Mrityuhu tasya atma bhavati. Mrityu becomes the self. And therefore, self is immortal. Mrityu becomes the self. Self is immortal. So therefore, mrityum jayati. He conquers the mrityu. Mrityuhu asya atma bhavati. Etasam devatam nam eko bhavati. Iti dvitiyam brahmanam. Enna time hai? Good time or bad time?
8:10.
Huh?
8:10.
8:10. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namah. Hari Om. Next time I won't take Brihadaranyaka. If I take, I will only take the topics, not take these verses.